Yeah, certification. What is a certification? The definition, it's collection of access reviews. What is meant by access review? Whenever you request for access, what will happen? Not 100% of the times they will verify and approve, right? Sometimes by mistake also they will approve. Okay. See, you will be approving a lot of, you are requesting a lot of access. So daily managers or approvers will be getting lot of requests. Do you think 100% of the times they will verify properly and they will approve? No. Not anyone in the world can do 100% correct work, right? Sometimes mistakes do happen. So what if user got access which he or she shouldn't have had? Irrelevant access, which is compliant issues, and maybe data breach issues may happen, who knows. Unnecessary extra cost if it is license based. And if you talk about license based applications, let's say you are using Salesforce, they will purchase licenses, 1,000 licenses, 2,000 licenses, like that. You should not have access. Okay, you got it by mistake, cool. At least after 1 month I should remove you, right? At least from next billing cycle I do not need to pay for you, right? Or let's say in reality, to go some technical, if you purchased Hotstar or Amazon Prime, most of the interesting movies for you are not there in Hotstar, if you consider like that, or you are not interested in Hotstar. You don't need to pay from next month onwards, right? If you opted for monthly basis, or if you opted for year basis, you don't need to pay for next year. You will cancel the renewal. You don't continue if you don't want to, right? Same goes with the reality, technical world as well. Otherwise your project or your client or your company will be ending up paying a lot of amount. Remember that. Every access is important. You need to carefully check that. Not every access given to the users are correct. Don't consider that. Second, there are times where user will be moving from one location to another location, one department to another department, one project to another project, one technology to another technology. It's quite common. Okay, so now when you move like that, there should be change in access. Who knows? See, everything is automated in SailPoint. If you move from one location to another location, we will write a code like your old access will be removed and new access is given, like that. But automation also 100% is not possible, right? Even if you do so, sometimes some users will have issues, so we may not be removed the access. For any reason, user has access but it is wrong. How do you know that? I mentioned, right, you have thousands of users. Every user will have 5 or 10 accounts. Lakhs of accounts will have. You cannot remember. You don't know what is happening here. Okay? So going back, collection of access review. It is nothing but, as the name indicates, reviewing or verifying user access on a frequency or ad hoc level as well. Ad hoc means whenever you want. Frequency means some continuous intervals. So what is that frequency? Monthly, quarterly, there is no half yearly, annually. I mean, you can go for that, but with that option I don't see much. Anyway, I'll write it down, half yearly. Okay. So this is the frequency they may ask you to certify, every month or every quarter or every half year or every year once. Ad hoc means whenever they want. There is no estimation when that will be certified again next time. No, it won't be like that. Okay. So verifying access, and no guarantee that all access requests are properly verified and approved, which will give user wrong access, which may cause compliance issue, data breach, who knows what will happen. Okay, next there is user movement. In terms of location or department or designation or title, etc. Whenever there is a change, we need to remove old access and provide new access if required. Only for new access. Old access you should remove if they should not have it. Okay. This is one requirement or one problem, you say. Second is, there are applications you didn't onboard in SailPoint. Okay, there is an application where SailPoint is not integrated at all. You are not managing their data. You are not managing their provisioning data, anything, because it's just a read-only connector. There is no writing ability to that application. So that's why they didn't connect with SailPoint at all. But so how they are managing is they are managing manually at their end. Okay, they are managing at their end manually, or they may have their own scripts. They are taking care of their application, everything. But when it comes to the certification, they cannot do, right? They cannot verify every user one by one going there. Okay, this user has XYZ access, this access should be there or not. They cannot verify manually because lots of users are there. So what they do now? They will send you a CSV file with access of each and every user. Okay, then we onboard that CSV file only for certification or certifying the access. This is a very big requirement. You do work on this for sure. Application teams will come. Hey guys, we didn't connect with SailPoint for any reasons. We don't want to connect even. What we need is just to certify the access. They will give you like how you load a target application onboarding, right? Like first name, last name, entitlement or role name, like that. They'll give you the data. You just onboard that as a target application onboarding. You did the delimited file, you onboard it. Then you run the aggregation task, you get the data. Then we certify that. This is very big requirement. That's why there are projects where SailPoint is used only for certification. I've seen one client. Okay, I mean I didn't work, but I do know that project. So they do work only on certification. So if you go and ask them, they don't know anything apart from certification stuff. Okay, that is the problem. If you take any product, we used to use all the features, but SailPoint is big enough, like every concept can be a big project. Okay, so this is very important. You maybe end up working in a client or a project where there is only certification. You don't need to do anything else. Okay, so these are the two requirements. One, who knows user has correct access or not. We need to certify in a frequency or ad hoc level. Okay, what are the possibilities is, whenever you are requesting for something, it's not guaranteed that every access request is correct, every access is provided after carefully reviewing or approving. Okay. Second, whenever there is a change in user data, like location or department, or even their manager changed or any changes, there are times where access should be removed. Let's say that you are in Hyderabad, got Hyderabad access, now you move to Bangalore. Hyderabad access should be removed. Whether I give you Bangalore access or not, it's okay even if I won't give you, but Hyderabad access I should remove, otherwise it will be compliance issue. Okay, so that is one. Second is, sometimes applications will not be connected with SailPoint at all. They don't need to provision or they don't need to manage their data. They don't need anything from you. They just need certifying their users' access. They will give you a delimited file containing maybe first name, last name, employee ID, email address, their access list. Like 2-3 can be there. Different access. They will give you that delimited file. You can onboard that target application onboarding. You can certify them. These are the two requirements you do get in certification. Remember this. Okay. So now what is certification? Collection of access reviews, if you call technically. That's why in your SailPoint you do have a tab called or option called. So whenever this log out, right, I do close all the other tabs and log in again. Do this. Now you can go to my work and then you can click on access review. My access reviews. Since I do not have any access reviews ready, it is not there here. Okay, I think I might have completed them. Anyway, you can see the access reviews. In case if you are a owner or approver or manager, you can see whatever is waiting from you. End user, nothing. If you are administrator, you can see everything here opened. Okay. So this is where you can see, or else you can see here also. Here it will send you notifications. You can see here also. But I'd like to go with my proper options, my work, access reviews. Okay, then where is this certification option is located is setup certifications. Okay, so new certification. You have these many types of certification. Okay, we will talk about what are these things. So then once you create and launch certification, you can see the certification here. Schedules. If you want to schedule the certification to run later point of time, let's say that I want to schedule a certification on Sunday evening. I don't need to come back for work. Friday I'm working, or Thursday I'm working. Friday I will be on leave. Saturday, Sunday holidays. Sunday evening I want to run the certification. I don't need to do on certificate Sunday only. I can create a schedule. Sunday it will trigger. Okay. So I do remember my friends used to go to office on Sunday just for 5 minutes of work. Because of that 5 minutes of work, they were not able to come to movies or something. Because at that time it was not this much development. Now everything is going very well, very helpful way. You don't need to wait for things to be done or come back later and do it. No need. You can do it now. You can schedule it later once the time arrives. There is a quad scheduler. It will trigger the works whatever you configured in the particular time. Okay, that is about certification schedule. We will see that. Certification events, like lifecycle events, that is one type of event. This is another event. So this event will trigger certification. That lifecycle event will trigger workflows. This will trigger certification. So whenever there is a change in user data, you can trigger a certification. That is, you can do from here. Okay, so now let us talk about what is certification process or steps in that. Then we will talk about types of certification. Then we will launch the certification. Okay. So generally, if you go to SailPoint community, there is a SailPoint article about certification, which is very difficult to read. That lot of information, and it's difficult or complex, I would say, to understand now. So I would say that go with whatever I teach you. Recordings and documentations I'll provide. Later, once you are comfortable, then go ahead and read there. That will help you. Okay. So now let us talk about what is certification life cycle. How the certification will work. Stage, generate, active, okay. I think remediate. Let me show you that how that article looks like. Once you log into SailPoint, scroll down, you can see all IdentityIQ articles, technical white papers, or you can bookmark this even. to save the time. Why I don't like to bookmark is because these people used to change the links, so I may get couldn't find the page. Now I can see the bookmark here. Okay, so now here you can see all the articles and you can see certification. Where is it? Here. Okay, life cycle of a certification. See here, this much data is written. I would say don't go for this now yet here. First go with step 1, basics. Okay. So these are the stages they do say. Generation, staging, then active, then challenge, then remediation, like that. Okay. I think I have written reverse. Let me put this here. Okay. Then once active, cannot say exactly like this, it depends, but yeah, let's go through the certification. Let me show you one certification parallelly before explaining why to show you theoretically. Go to certification. We'll talk about these types, but let us go with one certification. You have 5 tabs. Every tab has a different set of data. You need to fill all the data here. All the 5 tabs, you have to fill the data. You have to configure the certification. Lot of options are there. We will cover whatever is required, not everything. Okay. So once you do this much of data, fill the data. I told you, right, whatever you do in SailPoint, it will send email notifications. Why? See, we are SailPoint administrators or developers, right? So since we are SailPoint developers or administrators, we do work in SailPoint all the day. Every minute we are in SailPoint. Now we do know what is happening in SailPoint. You do know if I'm working in SailPoint, I do look at access request, work items, access reviews, or I'll see that alarm icons, how many are open here. Okay, I can see that. Or I can see the logs, I can see the errors. Plenty of things I am watching. But what about people who are not working in SailPoint? They don't access SailPoint, right, all the time? No, they don't know. So whenever there is a work created for them, you need to notify them through an email that there is a work assigned to you. Please take an action by logging into SailPoint. Follow these instructions. That's what we send the email. Otherwise, how do they come to know that they have something to be done in SailPoint? Okay. So now, plenty of work you are doing in certification, and consider that you did wrong. Something wrong you did, and you sent an email notification. How do you fix that? So remember, you send lot of emails in SailPoint. When you are working in SailPoint, you do send lot of emails manually to every approver, manager or somebody, that dear manager, dear director, dear application owner, we need this, we need that, this user is waiting for your approval, please take action. SailPoint will send the emails. They don't respond. They will send the reminders after 2 days. They will send the reminder. They don't respond. You send a mail asking that, dear application owner, there is approval waiting for you. SailPoint sent you 3-4 reminders as well. It's been 10 days, still you didn't take action. Could you please take action? Still they don't respond. But when you send a wrong email notification through SailPoint, then they will fire on you. I don't know how come, so unfortunate. Every time that happens. Most of the time they don't respond for your mails which you need them to do. They don't. When you do something mistake and an email notification is sent, they will respond for sure. They will fire, they will escalate on you. It happened to me once. Okay, so that's why whatever we do before sending it to the approvers, that email notifications or anything, we would like to see how it is going to look like, and that is called stage. Staging means holding. Stage, generally the meaning is different in everywhere. If you talk about bus or a train, train they will say station, bus they will call bus stop, but actually if you talk technically in the bus softwares as well, they will call as a stage. There is no stage in your location. Stage means stopping, holding, general meaning. Okay, so when we launched the certification, when we created the certification, before we make it live, we would like to hold it and see how it is going to look like. In case if something is wrong, you identify, you can stop it. You don't need to send it. That is the purpose of stage. I'll show you shortly. Okay, before that, generate is nothing but nothing. You did lot of settings, right? I mean, I've shown you 5 tabs are there. You are going to fill all that data. You fill settings, everything. Using that settings, everything, certification will be created or generated. That is what this generate step is. Stage means, okay, let me write it down here. So generate, nothing but after you fill all config in certification definition, we will call. This is definition, right? You are putting all the instructions are defining how the certification, what kind of certification, what data, everything. Certification will be generated. That is it. Stage 2. To hold the certification. So you can review how it is, how it looks like after launching. Okay, active means once you consider everything is working fine, you can activate the certification. Approvers will get email notifications. Access reviews are created. Okay, once the access review is created, see what is meant by certification. Reviewing your access. So when we are reviewing your access, in case if you are I think it's approve reject only, nothing but approve reject. If I click approve, nothing will happen. Whatever the access you have, that will continue, no changes. If I click reject, it will be removed from you. That's it. If I click approve, then nothing. Close or end. Certification, that certification access review is closed or ended. In case if you click reject, if rejected, let's say your manager rejected your access, but you need it, you are working, your manager doesn't know that you need that access. by mistake he did, or knowingly he did, or unintentionally, whatever it may be, he rejected your access. It seems that this you have access. When we generated certification access review, the manager felt that you don't need this access, or you should not have this access, so he rejected. Then what will happen? Access is removed from you. Then what will you be doing? You will come to know lately, why I am unable to access it. You will create a ticket, send a mail, your access is removed. Why? How come your access is removed? Then we will check what made him lose the access in the certification access review. Dude, your access is removed in recent certification by your manager. Talk to your manager. Then you talk to your manager. He'll say, I thought that you don't need that, man. No, I need it. This is what really, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you are working on this. Fine. You do one thing. You request for it, no? I'll approve again. So now again you need to go to manage access. You request for it. Who knows who are going to be the approvers for that? How many days you need to wait? How many times you need to follow up with them? Lot of unnecessary wastage of time. Instead of that, if it is rejected, you can challenge that. Challenge means you are going to defend that not defending, you are opposing the manager's decision that you need access. You are opposing the manager's decision. So you can challenge that. Then your manager will come to know, hey man, I came to know that you challenged my decision. Why do you need this access? Or then you will say, yeah, I need this access. Then you both will speak. You decide whatever you want to do. Then manager can revert his decision. If rejected, user can oppose approver's decision. After the discussion between approver and user, manager can change the decision if required. If not, if he thinks that no, we cannot give you the access, this is going away, you have to manage the work in a different way, etc. So we need to remove it. So you both agreed, cool. Then remediate is removing access. Then close or end. That's it. The same thing they explained a lot complex in technical manner, but nothing is there. This is what is there in SailPoint certification. Now maybe some of you are having questions. Okay, can I say the same thing in interview? Yeah, of course. I do say these things. And I did. So what? Dude, this is not an exam that you have to fill 2 pages, 3 pages to get 8 marks or 10 marks. No. You need to understand the core of it, what it is doing. That is enough. You don't need to read everything they have written there. No. In case if there is extra information, if you think that is helpful, then yeah. See, I gave you this in 1 line. They might have explained in 3-4 lines, which will increase the page size. That's it. I'm not going to read that. I'll directly look at SailPoint console only, technically. If you can read it and you can write down your own points even, no problem. Okay, but it's not required. As I said, it's not exam. Whatever is required is this much only. So generation, if in interview if they ask, you can say these steps. Generate, stays, active, challenge, remediate. Last step is close or end. So generate, you fill the configuration steps. You did lot of selections of data in 5 tabs. Then based on that configuration, certification will be generated. Stage. So once you fill the certification, everything before launching, you need to stage it so that you can check what is happening. how it is going to be, which users are getting certified, which access is getting certified, who is going to be the approver, is that approver is correct or not. Let's see that you have written a code to find approver. I should be the approver for you. Instead somebody else is there as approver because you have written the code incorrectly, right? So then he will say, oh, simple question, guys, I got the certification access review, I know this, okay, cool, but that user doesn't report to me. Why did you send me that? What if all the managers received incorrect report is access reviews? That will be the disaster. You need how many access reviews, how many owners are there? Definitely hundreds. 200, 300, 400 people will get notification that there are people's access waiting for your review. 300, 400 people will send an email to you that, guys, why did I receive the mail? Some people will say, guys, I know this is certification, but these people, I have checked the certification, but please note that these reportees are not reporting to me. I don't know who are these even. Then you need, the existing certification is useless. You need to respond to all the mails, you need to apologize to them. Lot of unnecessary things. Believe me, this happened. Not chance by me, some others in the team. And they forgot to stage the certification. Or they staged it but still they activated before verifying, I think. Something they did wrong. It's going to be huge apologies. So don't do that. That's why we stage it. See, something is there in SailPoint. Okay? So SailPoint, you created access certification. You think it is wrong, you can delete it. Nobody can come to know that. You are the administrator. You don't need to worry about it even. But you are sending email notifications. Okay? You cannot pull the emails back. Maybe working professionals, you are thinking, in Outlook there is an option to recall the message. If you send an email to anyone, if something is wrong, if you want to recall that mail, you can recall. It is like deleting message in WhatsApp. You are deleting, no? Same way. But these mails are sent by SailPoint through code. You cannot recall those messages. That's why we need stage. Then active. You can ask me one question. Krishna, we tested everything in lower environment before going to production, right? Why these many mistakes may happen? See, production stage or QA or dev is different. Whatever worked in development or QA, it doesn't guarantee you that it will work in production also, because whatever the data you have, users data, it's not accurate, it's not proper. Don't expect like that. If it is working 100% correct in QA, doesn't mean that it will work in production. You have to be careful. Okay? That's why we have a stage option. Active option, once you verify everything is correct, then you can activate the certification. Then access reviews are sent to the approvers. An notification is sent to them. They will check the email. That email will contain direct URL to their certification access review. If they click, they will be redirected to login page. Once they enter credentials, it will directly go to my access reviews page. It will open. That certification access review is open to them. If they choose reject, approve, nothing, end out. That's it. So user has this access. User still needs this access. So I'm approving. So nothing to be done. It's not like provisioning same access. You don't need to do that. In SailPoint, if you try to provide same data to the user, if you try to provide data to the user who has already, then it will be filtered it out. You cannot re-provision same thing. Okay. So if user has the access, if you click approve, nothing to be done. Okay. Then if you look at rejection, you should not need this access. This access should be removed. Then yes, provisioning with remove operation will be there. Okay. In case if you click reject, then you are going to lose the access. What if manager is mistaken, or approver is mistaken? If it is removed, it will waste your time. You cannot work properly for some days. It will interrupt your works. Again, you have to place a new request. It will go for approval. They will approve and you will get the access, which will take time. Instead of doing this activities, we will inform user that dude, your access is certified. During that, your manager took an action that you don't need access, so he rejected. In case if you need access, follow these steps. Talk to your manager. Challenge this. Then you talk to manager. Manager will talk to you. He will come to a conclusion that whether you need access or not. In case if he thinks that you need, he can change his decision. If not, he will continue with his decision. Then remediation, removing access, it will take time. Finally, here also end. These are the steps you have in SailPoint certification lifecycle, but they explain this only in this much length. Okay, every step they explain in detail with screenshots. Okay, so just don't read these articles now itself. Practice a lot, then you can read. It will help you to understand if in case more information is there. Okay, I don't read much nowadays. I go practical directly. Okay, so now coming to the certification types. Let's go to manager certification. So as the name indicates, manager certification, you are going to launch certification to all the managers. It is like certifying entire organization. This is a bad certification. Why? You are certifying entire data in your organization, which is very heavy. You should, technically, if you ask me as architect, I would say that don't go for manager certification unless it is no other option or mandate. But I don't see why you need manager certification. Because if you go with manager certification, it is like, the hierarchy in any company is like, manager will be there, reportees are there. Your manager is reportee for he also has some other manager, right? Every manager is like a reportee to their managers. So if like that you are going to certify the entire organization you are certifying, which is incorrect. It is not required at all. Okay. So manager certification is nothing but you will send certification to manager and they will see all their reportees and they will check their access and everything. Okay, then application owner certification. As the name indicates, application owner is the certifier. So you certify a particular application or many applications also. Application owner will come to know and application owner will take the decision. And you are certifying users who have access on that particular application only, not entire organization. Not all users. You are certifying only who has access in that particular application. That's it. Now there will come requirement as certify that target application 1 or certify AD application access, Salesforce application access. You can go for only one application. You don't need to certify entire. Okay. Then entitlement owner. As the name indicates, you have some list of entitlements. You certify those entitlements. And who will be the approver? Entitlement owner, as the name indicates. Advanced, leave that. So here you add that we discussed about groups, work group, population, right? That group factory is there, no? If you add users there, you can use that group factory in the advanced certificate. You can certify population or you can certify group factory. Okay. Then next type of certification is role membership. This is highly used. Now you are assigning business roles or IT roles to the users, right? So you can certify particular list of roles. Then whoever is having that role, those users are certified. Okay. So you are certifying a role if a particular business role has 100 users. So now they will think, okay, we are certifying role 1, whether this user needs this role or not. Okay. Like that they will certify. Role composition, as the name indicates, role composition. What is the role composition? Nothing but entitlements, right? So you are going to certify role definition. Okay. So see, as I said in the RBAC, a role should not have more access or less access, should have moderate access. It means that what? How many IT roles are there in a business role? How many entitlements are there in a single IT role? So that definition you are going to test and verify. Okay. Let us give you an example. Let's say you are ordering some food. They used to give us some salads or some extra stuff they used to give. Or even let me say, I don't know who will be watching these videos. I hope Indians only. In case foreigners, I apologize for this example. In India, biryani is famous. There was times where onions were so expensive. You know, in biryani they used to give us onions and salad, right? At that time they have removed it. They added extra. Onions 20 rupees, 30 rupees, like that. So they removed it from the package. You consider that biryani is a roll. It contains the food, the curd, I mean raita, then gravy, then salad. Now they changed that composition. They removed one. Otherwise they will end up spending a lot of amount. They will lose. That's the same here. Now you take a role, you have 10 entitlements you have given. Now you think that 2 entitlements should not be there anymore in that IT role. So you need to certify the definition, right? So it's not just who is having access. It's about what access is there in that as well important. Okay, so you have a role. Role has 10 entitlements. So whoever requests for that role, they are getting the 10 access, 10 entitlements. Down the line, after a couple of months or years, you came to know that these 2 entitlements should not be there because of the changes in our company. You need to remove it. If you know only 1 or 2 roles, then fine, yeah, you can do that. What if you created role and you created by mistake? What if you need to remove many roles? What if you need to review many roles? You cannot do manually, so they will go for certification. So role membership is which user is part of the role. Role composition is which IT roles or entitlements are part of this business or IT role. Not used. No. We don't create those many roles. We do have idea on every role that is exist in SailPoint. We do know, we means not us, maybe client will know, client manager is know which role will give you what access. Mostly they know because they are working from many years. They design the access, they know what gives what. Whenever they get a requirement, they say that, hey guys, this role has this much access. Now we came to know that this shouldn't have this much access. Could you please remove it? Yeah, we will open the role, we will delete it, and we will save it. That's it. Okay, in refresh IdentityIQ task, you have one option as refresh assigned, detected, and assigned roles, like that, and promote additional entitlements. So yeah, when you change the role definition, you remove 1 or 2 entitlements, or you add 1 or 2 entitlements, then with these options you can get that back or get removed. Okay, so the remaining 2, it's complex, leave it, we don't use it, even I don't know much about it. You don't need to worry about these 2. You can concentrate on these only. Manager certification, as the name indicates, you are going to certify all the managers. Okay, then application owner, you certify a particular application. Entitlement owner, not just mean particular application means only one application. It can be more than one application. Same goes with entitlements. You certify set of entitlements. Advanced certification, you certify a population or a group factory. Role membership, whichever user is part of that specific roles you selected, those will be certified, whether they should be part of this role or not. Role composition, you are certifying the role definition or entitlements in the IT role or IT roles in a business role. Okay, these are the type of roles. And finally, the targeted type is, this is a mix of all the roles. So targeted certification is a mixture of all the roles. So to create any of these certifications, you need SailPoint administrator or developer, because these are technical works. As a business associate or business consultant, you cannot do it because you don't have technical knowledge. So they came up with a targeted certification with a motive of even business consultants should be able to create certification without the help of technical people. But I cannot believe that. Definitely you need technical expertise to create targeted certification also. But they made little easier than other certifications. So in my previous client, we used to use targeted certification for every time, because I felt it's good as well. Okay, so it's not easy to choose the decision, guys. When you are going to purchase a phone and you do not have any margin over the budget, it's difficult to choose the phone when you are going with features. Really difficult. Mostly we will go with phone as brand, or you choose the color, or you choose the RAM and ROM size, that's it, or camera size you choose. What if all are same? Different brand, all are same. Difficult, right? That is where your architectural or architect knowledge is required when you are choosing the particular certification. It's not easy. Okay, I have some feelings or my thought process, but whatever client says, we'll go with it. Until unless there is a big issue, I'll not oppose, I'll go with it. So we used to use targeted certification. They used to say that, see guys, if you are working in a big team and you have a lot of time to do, no problem. In my previous project, I was the only one taking care of everything. So there I was not having time. They give you one statement as, can we go with role membership certification this time? They say, yeah, why not? But every time we did targeted certification, so we know what will happen in and out. Even if some issues we can understand. But I don't want to experiment now going with role membership certification. We do not have time now. So let's go with targeted certification. This is how it will be. Okay, but yes, any certification you can choose. Every certification is categorized in a different way, which will have different sets. Like, you can certify manager, you can certify application, certify entitlement, certify roles. Here you can certify all of them. That's why I said mixture. Okay, these are the type of certifications. Now let us launch a manager certification. Since I have very less data in my SailPoint, manager certification is okay, fine. Okay, so come to setup, certifications and manager certification. So here you have 5 tabs. Yes, in interview they will ask you to explain how do you create certification, what are the steps, what kind of data you fill, everything they'll ask you. It's not like in basic tab, how many options are there, which option, they don't ask you like that, don't worry. Okay, so it's like generic. So initially it was difficult for me to remember, but as I practiced and working a lot, then I do remember. How I didn't give in any documentation to mug up which option is available where, right? No. We started talking like, okay, we need to look at the identity data, right? So where we need to go? Identity warehouse. Here it is. Like that we practiced a lot. That is how you remember. Same goes here as well. As you started working and you don't know, you will be searching, and one day you will understand that you remember. Okay, so in basic, as the name indicates, basic information about certification you are going to fill. So what is the certification name? Since you selected manager certification, it populated automatically. To distinguish, it is giving you date. Full date means with timestamp it will come. Okay, so now I'll give it with you. I will not change much to show you how it looks like in default. Later you can change. You can select additional parameters as well. See here, creation date, full date, or year or monthly, quarterly. Okay, you can experiment how it looks like. Let's go with, then who is the certification owner? Approver is different, owner is different here. Owner means who will be tracking everything, the certification, who can edit this certification, everything. Okay, by default you can put admin, SP admin, or if you have a support team, the support team DL will be there, or work group will be there. You can put that support team here. We used to have a security operations team, they used to take care of this. We create the certification, but they own the certification. Okay, so we used to select them here. That's it. Certification property. What is the name of certification? Who will be the owner? If you want to know, you can put help icon everywhere. Okay. Then recipient, what to certify. You can select particular managers. Here only managers are displayed. Only this many managers we have. You can select one by one, or you can select some, or you can select all managers. Okay, this is a multi-valued. No, let me select with control. No, this is very bad. I think I didn't see this earlier. But anyway, you can go with all managers. Okay, so this is what to certify. In manager certification, what you are going to certify? Managers only, right? That's what. When to certify? Execution frequency. Only once you want to certify? I mean, this entire certification only once, or every hour, which is ridiculous. This is very bad. Daily, very bad. I'll tell you why. You go monthly, also bad. No, it's not good. Quarterly, annually only we can schedule, but we don't use. Believe me, I was asked for this question. You create the certification definition, everything completed this year. Next year you have to do it again, no? Instead of, can we schedule a certification where you don't need to work on it again and again? I said, I think there will be an option, let me check. And my friend also asked me, I said, let me check. Why? Because I didn't see the options properly in my busy schedules, that's it. But it is there, so look at it. Okay, so what is the frequency of certification executions or certification launching? Only once you want to do, or don't go with hourly, daily, weekly, monthly. This is very bad options. I'll explain why. Go with quarterly, annually if required, or else don't go even. Just click once. For now I will say just click once, don't do extra. Okay, so now if you want to run now itself, so now it's 8:20, now currently 8:20. So since I opened this certification 5 minutes back, it will give you 5 minutes of grace time. I opened this certification at 8:15, so 8:20 it gave. If I open now again, let me go back. Come back to manager certification. See 8:25. 5 minutes it will give you grace time. It believes that you are ready with everything, and in 5 minutes you can complete this. Okay, so you can click run now, then 8:25 it will execute. In case if you finish in 1 minute or 2 minutes, it will go for schedule and it will wait till 8:25. After 8:25 only it will be executed. Or else if you click run now, whenever you click submit, immediately it will run. Okay, I'll go with run now. Then included applications. What do you want to certify? You are certifying all the managers, so the manager will come to know their reportees. What is the manager certifying? Report is access only, right? What else they will certify? So you can select here what are the applications you would like to include, or you can include access, all the entitlements. Okay, so now let us go with this only. Now I'll include the applications target app 1 and target app 2. Here it's not required even. Okay, that is it here. Go to next step. As told you, right, staging, enable staging. Enable challenge period. You don't want, don't enable. Active period duration. See, certification we are launching manager certification. Every manager has many reportees. Consider your manager has 20 reportees under him. He has to verify 20 people access. Every user will have lot of access. He has to take that access, he has to talk to them, he has to verify, he has to do the background work, and then come to know, okay, this user need access or not. Your manager will not be actively working with you, right? You are working in client. How come your manager knows about what access you need in client? Something different things. Or since we are talking about client environment, SailPoint, who will be your manager? Not from your company, from client. That client doesn't know you at all. They don't know what access you need even. They cannot take any decision here. So it takes time. They will do a background. They may not talk to you, but still they did a background check. Who are these people? Who needs this access or not? They will talk with the other people, like let's say business associates or somebody, or with some other team lead, someone. They will take the decisions. So it will take time, right, to do the background check of every user. Do you think they can do immediately? Or do you think they will stop all their work and they will do this full day or 2 days sitting? No. Hardly they can spend half an hour per day, not more than that. Because they have their works to do, right? How come they will sit full day or full days in certifying your access? No, they can't. That's why we need to give lot of time for them. What if they don't take any action? We have to send reminders and escalations. That's why we will go for active period duration. So what is the active duration of certificate? Is at least 1 month. Generally we will go with 2 months. What happened? Scheduled. I didn't save, no. It's okay, at least I kept. How come? Okay, I'll create one more certification, but this is not launched yet. But yeah, I'll come here. I need to explain you the options. So now go to the next step, which is life cycle of certification. Here they will mention life cycle as staging. I told you, nothing much. Enable staging. Then active period duration, we can go with 2 months. Okay, so today 129 to 329, 2 months it will be. So on this 329, the certification campaign will be ended. Okay, so we will go with at least 2 days, 2 months. But minimum, worst case, 1 month is required. Or if you don't want to talk in months wise, you can go with weeks also. Days also. If you go with days, you can put 60 days. Generally we will go with, I came to know, when I am clicking enter, it is going for, so stupid. Anyway, so that is about the active duration. So it takes time, so you need to give the duration. Generally we don't go with months. You know why? Because you see here, Monday to Friday we will work, Saturday, Sunday we don't work. So if we count this as 30 days or 31 days, imagine that 31st is coming on, or imagine that we went to 4 weeks and it is falling on 30th Sunday. The last day should be working day only forever. Okay, the last day to complete any activity in the IT world should be working day, not weekend or holiday. So we will look at it. Okay, if we go with 4 weeks, when we are starting, what will be the end date? Is that a holiday or is that a weekend? We will check and we will count. When we are counting like that, we cannot go with weeks or months. That's why we will go with days. So we will calculate and we will put days as 45 days, or let's say you are going with 60 days. 60th day is a holiday. 61st also holiday. Either you need to stop at 59th or you need to go to 62. 60, 61 was holiday, so 62 you can put, or if you want to give one more extra day, then you can put 63 days. So once they finish the 2 days holiday, 60, 61, they have 62 day, 63rd day for doing their activity. Like this we will calculate. Next, challenge period, as I said, you can enable it, but let us not do that. Enable revocation period, so you don't need to do that as well. So whenever there is a revocations, you can immediately do that. And in case if they don't take any action, okay, so automatically, see, you send any certification, they didn't take action, you asked them to take, they didn't take, so the 63 days are completed, still they didn't take any action. Everything you did, still they didn't take action. What do you want to do? You can auto close, automatically closing the certification. So whether they take decision or not doesn't matter, certification will be closed when you enable automatic closing. So you can choose after expiry. So 63rd day it will expire. So after 1 day of expiry you can put automatic closing. So let's say April 2 the certification will be expired on this time 8:30 AM. So 1 day you are giving extra, so 4/3 this will be automatically closed. So they have 1 day extra, even though the certification is expired, still 1 more day is there for them to take action. So you can put 1 day, or you can put 1 hour even. Okay, or if you want to happen that immediately, you can put 0 hours also, but it's not good. 0 is not good. So you put 1 hour. So after this time, so 9:30 AM this certification gets auto closed. Okay, so either you go with hours or days, good. Weeks and months don't go, it's ridiculous. Okay, sometimes my client asked, okay, if they don't take any decision, we support team has to take the decisions, so don't enable automatic closing this. So it will be forever open. it never gets closed. If you take decisions on all the users, then yes, it will be closed. Okay. Then closing rule, it's nothing here. If you want to send any email, that is it, only purpose. Action taken on undecided items. So you have approve, revoke, allow, exception. Revoke, you know that removing. Approve and allow exception both are same. Approve means you know that. Allow exception means, see, if I click approve, in the report the decision will be approved. You may think that some user approved. Okay, but system automatically approved, right? So instead of selecting approve, we select allow exception. So in the report it says allow exception. If you read that, then you can understand, okay, it's system approved, not a end user or human. It's not a human account approved. It is approved by system user, which is SP admin here. Instead, if you put approve no, then you don't know whether it is a automatic closing or the system approval. I would say that why these three, you remove approve, click revoke, or allow exception only, or approved by system. Different way. Why to have these three? Okay, that is it. So the action on taken undecided item. So when it is getting automatically closed, what is the decision you want to put there? If you put approve or allow exception, both are approvals. Revoke, it will remove the access. Most of the times we will go with allow exception. We don't go with revoke, because if something is not approved, you cannot take a decision. You cannot change the data. If you click revoke, it means that you are changing the access, which you should not. Okay. Then comments, you can write some comments. Since there is no approval taken by approver, so system is approving automatically. Like that you can write. Notifications. So as I said, initial email notifications. Email notifications we are going to send. So this is initial notifications. You need to select an email notification template you are using. So initial notification, whenever you launch the certification, then you will be sending an email notification. Suppress initial notification. If you don't want to send initial notification, you can suppress. Then reminders and escalations. If you click this notify before and after, you can add a reminder or you can add an escalation, which we will discuss that next class. Okay, that is about here. Revocation, you don't need to worry about this. Go to next step. So behavior, here also you don't need to do much. You can leave it, but there is some require comments for revocation, require comments for approval. Whenever you are approving or revoking, if we need comments as mandatory, like why you are approving, why you are revoking, we can select these options. Okay, next. See, require comments for approval or revocations. One option was not there. Revocation was not there, I think, in earlier versions, but now it is there in 8.1 onwards. So don't touch anything here. It is enough. You can change only these two if needed. Then go next. The last tab, you can give the custom names. Even that is not mandatory. You can give manager certification too. Here also you can book custom short name. Okay. So you can select for the specified manager and their subordinate managers as well, like hierarchy, all the managers, or only specified managers. You can choose. Then there is an exclusion rule. What is exclusion is, let's say you are certifying all the managers, but you don't want to certify a particular department manager, or let's say that except CEO, everybody will be a manager, or even CEO will be manager sometimes. We don't want to certify some high level managers, they are directors or vice presidents. If you want to exclude them, or if you don't want to certify managers from a particular department, you can exclude them using this rule. So with your options so far, you are going to certify all the managers, 100 managers in your organization. In that you don't want 10, so you can exclude those 10 by writing a code here. Or you can enable excludes inactive identities. So inactive identities means if some user is inactive, you don't want to certify them, so you can enable this. Remaining options, it's not now, we will discuss later. That's it, you can click save to certification. See here, since we opened for a lot of time and it says enter future date. I'll select run now. See, now it is launched. See, these many certifications are created. See, everything is staged. See here, these many certifications are opened. Who are the certifiers? So here what I will check now, I'll open this certification. What are the users are here? Now if you go back, who is the certifier? This is the certifier. Who is the manager? So now I will check, is this user is reporting to this user or this manager or not. So randomly I will verify, is the correct manager or not, tagged or not. So like that I will verify if everything is correct, then I will click activate certification. So yeah, now certification is active. See. If you don't want it, in case if you think it is wrong, you can keep it as it is, no harm it will do, or you can click cancel. That's gone. Okay, so that is about certification. This is how you will launch the certification.